resignation was in part due to the tariffs. It's something that he reportedly did not like or agree with. Leaders with the European Union say that if the U.S. actually does go through with these tariffs and they do go into effect, that they will impose counter tariffs on U.S. goods. The European Union's trade commissioner says that she's meeting with U.S. officials today, and she tweeted a little while ago that she wants to see an exclusion for European Union leaders, and she says they plan to continue meeting and discussing it with U.S. officials next week. Ebony?
Thank you, Ellison. Leland.
All right, with that, we bring in our panel. Genevieve Wood, Senior Communications Advisor at the Heritage Foundation. Josh Schwerin, Communications Director at Priorities USA. Nice to see you both. Josh, we will begin with you. Looked at your Twitter account earlier, at Josh Schwerin, and this is the pinned tweet, so it's always at the top, which says, "Today has not been a good day for the Trump administration." But you think back on this week. Kim Jong-un says he's going to sit down and talk about denuclearization. NASDAQ hits a record high with huge job numbers. Dow's on its way back up 400 points. How is this not a good day or a good week for the president?
This week has been pretty crazy, even in the context of every week that Donald Trump has.
Yeah, but is crazy bad?
Sometimes it is. In this case, we don't know how everything's going to play out. The tariffs that he initiated have caused not arguments, but disagreements with a lot of our allies around the world, with a lot of Republicans and Democrats here at home. And the North Korea meeting, it might end up being a good thing, and it might end up being a disaster. We don't know. But this is also all coming in the context of the Robert Mueller investigation, which is heating up, and with a lot of staff leaving the White House.
Yeah,
so
we've been hearing that for a long time. I still haven't figured out how this isn't a good day or good week per your tweet. Genevieve, your thoughts?
Well, it's funny because I actually read Josh's that same tweet, and I thought to myself, when did he actually pin this? And I realized it was a pinned tweet, so it's been there for a while. Look, I think it's been a very good week for the president. You're right. We don't know how things are going to turn out, but that's always the case. The reality is we actually have movement in North Korea because even dictators like Kim realize self-preservation is important, and I think he's realized he's backed into a corner. We're seeing movement with China in these cases, in this particular scene. Look, this is a chess game with these guys, but we finally have a president who's willing to say, checkmate. And we're driving them to the table. We don't know what the outcome's going to be, but there's movement.
Well, I'm not sure the North Koreans feel as though they've been checkmated. Either way, though, it's not just Republicans who are saying that the president deserves at least a chance on this. Some of his toughest critics now are saying, hey, look, even sitting down and talking is worthy of at least seeing how it turns out. Take a listen.
President Trump can truly solve this problem, that would be going down as a great president. And there's no way around that.
To all these liberals who are reflexively hating on this, Obama, remember him? Proposed the exact same thing in 2008, and they loved it.
Come on, Josh. You can agree that if Hillary Clinton was president and Kim Jong-un said, I'm willing to sit down and meet with her, you'd be sitting here saying, wow, this is the greatest thing ever. What a diplomat.
I would be saying exactly the same thing that I'm saying right now, which is it might be a good it might be a good thing, but it might not. Right now, we know that Kim Jong-un has been trying or the North Korean administration has been trying for 20 years to get a meeting with the United States president, and they haven't gotten that. So this is a big win no matter what happens. Now, if we do get denuclearization, that's a massive accomplishment, and Trump would deserve credit. But we don't know that that's going to happen.
Genevieve,
so I don't think we can say that's a success right now.
All right, fair point. Genevieve, the question goes to you. How much of a risk is this for President Trump? The Kim family has promised denuclearization at least 3 times. They've lied and snookered every American president. If they promise it again and they don't deliver, how big of a black mark will that be on President Trump's legacy?
Well, I don't think the president is taking them at their word. I mean, he's already said we're going to keep the sanctions going. We're going to keep pushing hard.
That's the same thing. That's the same thing that the Bush administration said. That's the same thing that Obama administration said. Frankly,
it's some of what they said, but it's not exactly what they did. They did not increase sanctions against North Korea the way that the Trump administration has. They did not get China pulled into this the way that they have now, and they're pushing very hard. So right now, Kim is the one making all the concessions. We've made absolutely zero. So I don't think he's not going to take his foot off the pedal on this. The question is going to be, what will they do? But nobody, including the president, believes what they've said until we actually go in there and they show us what they're going to do. So we're not going to take anybody's word for it, certainly not North Korea's.
Well, I think it was trust but verify.
Yes.
from the Reagan administration will bring that one back, it sounds like. Josh and Genevieve, appreciate you guys both being with us. Thanks.
Thank you.
Josh, when you feel President Trump has a good day, let us know. We'll bring you back, all right?
I'll do that.
All right. We'll watch your Twitter account. Ebony?
Attorney General Jeff Sessions has vowed to push back against Oakland's mayor.